Hello student, welcome to our fourth class. In our previous class we have studied about the set and the types of sets, orders of the sets and some important subsets of the real numbers. In our previous class we have seen the set of natural numbers, sets of integers numbers and set of rational numbers. In our today's class we will study about the intervals of subsets of real numbers. Intervals of subsets of real number means what is real numbers? Any numbers which comes in between of minus infinity to plus infinity is the real number. So what are the intervals? Intervals मतलब माइनस इंफिनिटी से प्लस इंफिनिटी के बीच के वो सारे सेट्स जो हमारे नए सेट्स बनेंगे, वो सारे सेट्स हमारे तीन चार इंपॉर्टेंट तो सबसेट्स हमने पहले ही देखे थे, लेकिन अभी हम देखेंगे कि क्लोज इंटरवल क्या होता है रियल नंबर के बीच. रियल नंबर में क्लोज इंटरवल और ओपन इंटरवल क्या क्या होता है. सो व्हाट इज क्लोज इंटरवल एंड व्हाट इज ओपन इंटरवल एंड व्हाट इज सेमी ओपन और सेमी क्लोज्ड इंटरवल्स ऑन अ रियल नंबर. So if you are looking at the first one, which is closed intervals, we will know that any intervals comes between two numbers. So suppose I am taking 2 points between minus infinity to plus infinity. Suppose I am taking A and another one I am taking B. So these are the two numbers in between minus infinity to plus infinity. So of course A and B comes in between of those. So if somebody is asking what is the interval between A and B, so all the numbers which are in between from A to B, all those numbers which comes between A and B are the interval on between A and B. So if we are asked to check the closed interval, which is our first one, so all those numbers, suppose in our first class, if you recall your first class, I told you any sets which can be represented in two form only, that is set builder form and roster or tabular form. But all the sets which is represented by their properties are set builder form. Suppose I am describing a set as such that x belongs to real number and it comes between A and B. So x which is greater than or equals to A or less than or equals to B. So suppose any numbers which is coming towards minus infinity is lesser and any number which is going to the positive side is in positive. So A is less than B here. So x, any set which belongs to real number and it is less than or equals to A and greater than or equals to A and less than or equals to B is that interval. So this, all those numbers, all those x is the closed interval. So I am taking an example. If suppose I am replacing A and B by -2 or -3 to +3. So if you are asked to make a set on real number in between -3 to +3 or closed interval, find the closed interval between -3 to +3. So the and closed interval is represented by big brackets. So if replacing A by -3 and B by +3 or simply -3 comma 3. So any sets which is in between -3 and 3 is your closed interval. So -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. this set, this is actually I'm including minus 3, which is your first one, and I'm also including the plus 3 here. So you can see I'm taking the both ends, means from beginning to the end. Any numbers which is starting from number itself and closing on the other end with the given interval number. So I am taking 3 and minus 3 at the beginning and the end. So this is that set, or this is that closed intervals. So I am taking that set here. So I think you understand the closed interval. In closed interval I am taking A and B itself. And if I am talking about the open intervals, in open intervals I will take the numbers between A and B. I will not take that number A and B. So suppose if you are asked to find the open interval of minus 3 and plus 3, open interval is represented by small bracket. So A is replaced by minus 3 and B is replaced by plus 3. So it will be like minus 2, any sets, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. So I am not taking minus 3 and plus 3 in this time. So in open interval I will not take this number and this number in our set. So in our open interval minus A to B, I will not take that number. I will take in between of A and B. So the open interval on real number line is represented by small open circle, open key. In physics you can see this symbol is represent the key, simply key. And in our closed interval it is represented by solid dot. So now we will study about our third one, which is semi-open or semi-closed. In our semi-open interval and semi-closed interval, so it is, how could you define a semi-open and semi-closed? As the word defines, semi-open. Semi-open means half open and half closed, or half semi-closed means half open and half closed. So both have the same meaning but defined with different names. So if we are taking the first one, in which from at the A end it is closed. Closed is denoted by solid dot and open is denoted by open circle. So in this case it is semi-open or semi-closed and represented by this symbol. So the first one is closed, so the bracket comes first, big bracket, which is closed, which is the symbol of closed interval, and this small bracket, which is the symbol of the open interval, it comes at the end. If you can see the B is after the A. So the bracket at this junction, actually this point represent your this symbol. So with A this symbol will come, and with B this symbol will come. So if we know that this dot is represented by this and open is represented by small. So those ends is open will be at that small bracket at that side, and those which are closed will have the closed interval on that side. In the second case, this was case 1, and in case 2, the open interval comes first and the closed number is coming later. So this open junction, as you can see here in the presentation, this comes first and the closed one comes later. So this is your semi-open and semi-closed interval. So let's see some example. number line or in a representation of graph or in number line, real number line, suppose in our previous examples we had taken as like -3, and suppose I am opening it at one end, +3 in this end, so 0 comes between there. So how do you write it? How do you write it? If this is your example, you have to find the set of this line number. So as you can see, the closed interval comes first, so this symbol will come translated into this form, which is -3. -3 has the closed interval symbol, so it will come between them, and +3 has open interval here. So open interval is represented by small bracket. So this will be represented by this. And if you will form your set of this interval, so this will be, any set is represented by medium bracket, you know. So form a medium bracket. So from at the end of -3 it is closed. Closed means I will take the number of that number itself. So -3 I will take. So what are all those numbers in between -3 and 3? -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Should we take 3 or not? It is open here. If it is open, in our previous class, remember that it was open means I don't have to take that number. So +3 I will not take because it is open at that end. So the set will be end with 2. I am not taking 3 because at that end it is open. At that end it is open means I am not taking that, and at the closed end I took that. Okay, so this is an example of semi-open or semi-closed interval. So we have studied the semi-closed interval, closed interval and open interval. Now we will study the universal set. What is universal set? So if you are asked to define the word universal, how do you define that? Universal means which contain everything inside them. So similarly in your set theory, if you are asked to find the universal set of any given set, it will not be asked to define the universal set itself. Whenever these questions will be asked, you will be given some sets like 2-3 sets, and you will be asked to find the universal sets of that given sets. So suppose let's say I am taking 3 different sets here. So I am taking set A, which is a natural set, subset of natural numbers. So what are the natural number? 1, 2, 3. So this is subset of natural numbers. So I am taking subset set A, and another one I am taking 2, 3, 4, 5, and I am taking another set which is 5, 7, 8, 9. So I am taking 3 different sets. I am assuming that these to let you know, to make you understand. So I am taking 3 different sets A, B and C. So you have to, if you are asked to find the universal set of these 3 different sets, so whenever we define any sets, we will always define by their elements. So universal set, any universal set, suppose I am taking set of natural numbers, so and such that x belongs to natural number. So this is a set x which belongs to natural number. This could be also be happen. But what is your list? What can be your list set for universal set for these 3 sets? So all those elements, any set who has all these elements in that will be the universal set. If I am taking any set of natural number, so that will also be the universal set. But in this case, So if I have to define all the elements, what are all those elements? So write all those elements. Suppose I am writing 1, 2, 3 from set A, and from set B 2, 3 is already there. So what is not there? 4, 5 is not there. And if we are looking at set C, what are all those? 7, 8, 9. So these are the total elements in set A, B, C. So if I have to find all those elements, any set which contain all the elements of set A, set B, set C will be the universal set of set A, B, C. So this is that set of universal set A, B, C. So suppose I am defining it X. So X will be the universal set of set A, B and C. So this is one example for you. So you have to try another one. Suppose I am taking the set X, which is 1, 7, 9, 5, and Y, which is 5, 8 and 10. So find the universal set of set X and set Y. Find universal set of X and Y. You are asked the questions like this. So what will be that? So write all those elements together and form a set that will be the universal set for you or for X and Y. Okay? So now I am going out to our next topic, which is power set. So what is power set? So what is power set? So power set is represented by P of X or Y, whatever the set will be. So if you are asked to find the power set of set A, then it will be written in the form of P of A. This means power set of set A. The question will be asked like this. So let's come. What is power set? So any set which has all the subsets of that set itself, or the family of that all subsets of that set A. Suppose I am taking set A, which is our set 1 to 3. So set A is what? 1, 2 and 3. So if you are asked to find the subset power set of set A, how do you represent that? So initially at the beginning you have to find the subset of set A. So the set of subset of set A is the power set of set A. So suppose now you have to find the power set of A. So do you know how to find the power set or subset of set A? Here, so what will be the subset of set A here? So write the subset of set A. Subset of A. What are all those? So I am writing 1, 2 and 3, comma 1, comma 2, comma 2, comma 3, 1, comma 3, and 1, 2, 3 itself, and the last one is 5. 5 is the subset of all the sets. So the subset of set A is all these sets. So the power set is the subset of all these subsets. So here you can see the subsets of set A was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total were 8 subsets. So the set of all those 8 sets or the family of set A or the subset of set A is the power set. If you are represented by power P of A, then this big subset means all the subset 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are also the subsets, and the set of all these subsets is the power set of A. So if you have to define the power set of any set, then how do you define, or how do you find that? Initially, from the beginning, if you have to find the power set, then you have to find out their subset. You have to know the subset of the given sets. So first you should know how to find the subsets, which is in our previous study. In our previous class, we have studied that. So the family of any set will be made form of any sets of that family, then that will be the power set of that A. So suppose I am taking another example for this set. So suppose I am taking a set X, which is A, B and C. You have to find the power set of set X. So what did I tell you in this class, in this video, that you have to find the subset of X first. So what are all those subsets? A, B, C, AB, BC, CA and ABC and phi. So this is the subset of set X. When we form the set of all these subsets, this will be the power set of set X. So this is your power set of X. This class ends here. In our next video, we will study about some algorithm based on this set. Okay, thank you.